Well, good morning from day 8 on the Cape Wrath Trail. So I found a camp spot, really quite good actually. Managed to put the tent in this direction, and I've woken up to some amazing mountain scenes. Got those rock faces there with the water cascading down, snow on the peaks. There's a little bit of sunshine poking through. I really hope that increases today. It's a bitterly cold morning, and when you've had to wash out some clothes in a cold river, your hands know about it, so I'm keen to get going and build up some temperature. I've demolished half a cherry cake that I bought at Loch service station, so that's been my breakfast this morning, and I've got some porridge that's warming up and hydrating as well to have in about an hour's time. So need to eat plenty today, it's cold. Need to keep an eye on breaks as well, because if you stop for too long out of the sunshine, then you're going to get cold. The temperatures are a bit of a concern over the next few days. They are going to be dropping down to -1, -2, and daytime temperatures of around 4 or 5. If I could get to a Bothie today, that would be great, but I think the distances involved to get to somewhere like Knockdamp, it might just be beyond me, so we'll just have to see. Try and camp some lower down, somewhere sheltered, maybe possibly in a forest somewhere, just to try and get some natural warmth from the surrounding trees. But yeah, the plan is that we're going to contour along Loch and Nid. I've got to decide whether to go to Cheneval. I think with the weather coming and the extra dog leg, the fact that I don't need to be there to sleep, I'm probably not going to go to Cheneval to have a look around the Bothy. I think that's quite a significant detour. Okay, so Loch and Nid is behind us. We're still traversing along this reasonably good path on the way to the track that takes you to Cheneval. I've got a couple of niggles. My left knee's been hurting for the last few days, and now I've just had something in the front of my knee, so I'm just taking it really steady, just seeing if I can walk it off. Could simply be because it's cold, and these are the first few kilometres. Sometimes the niggles do settle down once everything's warmed up, but yeah, something to keep an eye on. Having said all that, the scenery's still amazing. Okay, so the river's gently cascading down in that direction, and the path is now turned into a all-terrain vehicle track. Okay, so the path turned back into a path instead of that 4x4 track, although I can see in the distance now the track that's going to wind its way up the hill, which is the one I'm going to take because I don't need to go to Cheneval. Beautiful view of Cheneval Bothy and the glen behind as we make our way up on the track up to the Loch. Outstanding views from higher up on the track here. I'm not sure you'd see all the perspective from Cheneval, but beautiful. That's where we've come from. You can see there's lots of flat ground and green grass around this meandering river as it makes its way towards Cheneval. Plenty of space for tents, and it looks like there is at Cheneval Bothy too. So should be descending from now. The landscape has these cascading rivers and streams coming down, and also bare exposed rock here, which is different than we've seen before earlier in the days on the Cape Wrath Trail. We're just arriving in Corryhallie now. I'm going to check the map and see where we need to head. There's a sign to Inverlael and a red post box. That's a sign we need to turn right. There are so many fantastic views to take in. This beautiful double bridge. Okay, so this is the crossing above the waterfall, described in the book. This is above Corryhallie. The views back to the Angelic range that we've just come from are just amazing. While this path itself isn't as interesting as the other ones we've done so far, the views back to where we've come from are incredible. Okay, so this is the path to Inverlael, and you can see a tree-lined gorge on the right, and you can see a clearly marked path winding its way across the hill, steadily gaining elevation. Okay, so on the approach to Loch and Tionpian now, on our way to Inverlael, and then the forest on the other side of the road is the next objective after that. Okay, so we're beginning the descent down now to Inverlael. Obviously get down first, but I think that's roughly the direction we're heading in, over there to get through the forest and then up over into the valley and then down the other side into Glendushery. We've done the most of the descent now down into Inverlael, and this is quite a slippy path there, so just watch your step. And I nearly slipped a couple of times on the sort of across the grassland area where there's the livestock have been. The grass is really short, so once I get down to the bottom I'm going to have a think about what to do for this evening, whether to go into the forest and see if I can find a camp spot amongst the trees before I get up to the higher parts of Glendushery, whether to push on and go through the forest, go over the ascent and then down into Glendushery and aim for knock-damp Bothy. Just need to have a look at the map and see what all the distances would mean. I've eaten reasonably well up there. I took a break, had a couple of salami wraps, and again had another big bite of that cherry cake that I bought and some sweets, so feeling a little bit more energetic now. Today's been a reasonably tough day for me. I've had a couple of of issues with blisters and so on. But this is a lovely, lovely wide glen, farmland. Looks like there's some lodges and B&Bs here as well. So. Okay, so this is the bridge if you were going to arrange to get picked up and head into Ullapool. You do it from here. Loch is in the distance in that direction. But my path leads on now, so I think it's a roadside walk. Okay, I think we should be coming to the end of the forestry tracks now. I'm going to look for a campsite somewhere close to the water source. It says there's a waterfall there, so I'm hoping there'll be some fresh water. I won't try to get over to Glen this evening. I'll take an early finish and then an early start tomorrow.